Okay, class, I am providing you a video on how to complete the navigation exercise for SAP to enter into the GUI interface where you're going to perform all the actions. You have to go to this following website. You have to go to honda.ucc.uwm.edu/web-GUI/. You hit enter. It'll give you the next screen. If you see this screen, hit continue to site. In here, this is where you'll type your username and password. Everyone will have a different username and password provided to you. Let me go to my email and get that for you guys as soon as I find it. 1 second. Maybe it's in my text messages. Sorry. Let me go back here. Give me 1 second. It is in my email somewhere, so bear with me. It's not there. Let me double check here. Here. I will provide each one of you with your own ID, and for instance, you're going to have learn dash, and then you'll have a number provided to you, and then the temporary password is this, and it's going to ask you to change the password, and I'll walk you through that. Okay, I'm going to use learn 112 for my example. So in this case, my username is learn-112. Yours will be different. The client that's being provided is going to be, oops, not there. The client that's being provided is, I gotta go back here. Dropbox 525 is the client, okay? So you have to type that in there. And then the password was that Northwood, let me go back to here. The password was North UPW. That's capital N, capital U. It is case sensitive. So is the username. Everything's case sensitive. And then you hit log on. And then they're going to ask you for the current password, which is the capital N Orth, capital U PW. And then here, I want you to all change your password to capital P ASS WRD. Okay. So again, capital P, lowercase ASS, WRD, and then you have to do it again and hit change. Continue, continue. And that takes you to this GUI. This GUI is a little different than what you're getting in the actual SAP application. So the screenshots don't match 100%. That's why I want to walk you through this. Let me open the navigation exercise. The navigation exercise is right here. And this is all about just following directions, okay? SAP front end, this is the logon that we just did. This is just a different system view, okay? We made it through here. We changed our password, all that good stuff. And we're ready to go. And if you look here, these are the screenshots. And as you go through, it's going to ask you to do things. And it's also going to ask you for numbers and stuff. You'll have to have a text document where you're saving numbers and stuff that you'll submit. Okay? And it's just explaining which each thing is, etc., etc. Okay? This is the easy access menu, as you see here. And then it tells you to open the following tree structure. If you click on one of these, you'll see that there are actions associated with all of these, okay? Let me go back to the instructions. You might want to do a split screen so you can see instructions and do something on the other screen. However, if you do that, it might shrink this to a point that you don't see some of the menu items. So you might have to use more to get to more menu items, okay? Now, what is the difference between transaction display current and display at key date? So what you would do is you're going to go and follow these, okay? And the question was, what is the difference between the transaction display current and display at key date? You see where these are down here? So you literally are following through the menu. You would go, let me shrink this, I don't want that one. You're going to go to, was it logistics? Let me double check. You have to go to logistics, materials management, okay? And in materials management, you're going to go to material and then display. So you'll go to material management, material master, okay, material, and then display. And in display, you would select one, and it's going to take you to that screen. It should. You got to double click it. And that is where it's just asking you what it looks like, okay? Because it's asking you, what does the difference look like? And if I double click on the other one, you see that it gives you that you can search from the material, but you can also add a key date. So you can filter for a specific date, okay? So there's that. To get out of there, you can click this button here, okay? So again, if I'm inside of something, you can click out of it by going and hitting this, or you can click exit. So you got the arrow next to the SAP logo, or you can click exit, okay? So I'm just going to click this. If you click that, I should warn you, if you just click what I clicked, it'll leave this open in the background. Sometimes you're better off hitting exit because then it actually closes that window for sure, okay? So then you'll continue through and it's going to ask you to do everything, okay? It says here on the status bar, the status bar shows information over actual system status. Hi. You find it in the upper corner of your screen. Click on the actual system. So what you would do is up in the upper corner, you will find the file for, I'm looking for system access. Where is it? There's system. So here's your download, here's system, okay? It should have pulled something up. Am I missing something? No, I'm not missing something. There you find information. Was I supposed to close out of the last one? Status bar shows. I may have had to stay into one of these. Let me double check. I don't see system. Why don't I see system? Oh, it's in here, okay? So some of the screenshots don't match slightly because the version of SAP changes so often. So you may actually have to search for some of that. They're showing that you just click on this system and you go to here and it takes you there. But that's not the case in this instance, okay? So for the case in this instance, like I said, you have to go to more, and then you go to system, and then they want you to go to a specific thing in system. So let me go here. In system, click on the actual system, okay? And then it asks you, there you should find information about your client and user, and also the current transaction. Follow the menu path: logistics, materials management, inventory management, environment, stock overview, okay? So we're already in logistics, we're already in material management, we are already in, we want inventory, so we're in materials management, we want inventory management, okay? And then it says that we want environment, stock, and stock overview. So we go to environment, we go to stock, we go to stock overview, okay? And then inside of there, it's telling us now you are logged into transaction status. Click again on your current system. You will now see transaction code MMBE. So if I go here, and I go to here, nope, not there. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's right here. So you do click on this, I apologize. You click on that, you see system, you see client, you see user, you see your screen, and then you see transaction MMBE. So it tracks all of that stuff, okay? So this is truly about just viewing things. Choose exit to go back to the easy access menu. Success warning and error messages, okay? So we're gonna get back to that. We're going to close that, I don't need that. Now, we chose exit, we got back to the main menu. The status bar shows information about the current system status as well as warning and error messages. The status bar is down here, okay, at the bottom. If I go back here, I can look at step 3. Now we're on step 3. Choose more, SAP GUI settings and actions. Okay, so here's more, SAP GUI, systems and actions. So menu, edit, execute. I'm looking for it because I don't always remember where these are sometimes. Extras. There's, okay, so we want more, extras, settings, and in here we can display technical names. Okay, so let's see what we're supposed to display. GUI settings and actions, options. Did I get that wrong? I did get that wrong. Choose more, SAP GUI settings and actions, select options. Okay, well I took you the way that it should have gone through to some degree. Let me hover over, select all. I'm going to hit check mark anyway. What happens then is it gives you this code, okay? And these codes are shortcuts, and those shortcuts you can just type in into this search. If I said MMBE and I hit enter, it's going to take a minute. This GUI system that's online sometimes takes longer to find stuff. But remember the transaction that we had? It takes us right to it, so I can just double click on it at that point. So you can search for items, okay? But it had us in here. Extras or system. Oh, there it is, GUI actions and settings. Oops, sorry. So it had us go in here. There's the window that associates with everything, okay? And it tells you what to click and all that good stuff. It tells you if you want to show notifications and you see the 3 that are checked, you want to make sure that that's checked. So you go to tools, traces, tools, traces, output, accessibility. I don't see anything there, so that might be the wrong screen. So let me close this. Let's make sure that we follow the right thing. It says here you can adjust warnings, all that good stuff. So it says within the new screen, expand interaction design and select visualization 1. So it wants us to go to options, SAP GUI settings and actions. So I should be able to go here. I should be able to go to SAP GUI settings just like that. And it should have had those options. The screen might look a little different, so let's look. It shows visualization, so the screen looks totally different. Did it take us? Click more, SAP GUI setting and select options. That's what I did, right? More, SAP GUI. Oh, options is not an option. Extras, settings, system. Okay, so they changed this slightly from what it was, because options is not an option. This will happen from occasion, on occasion, because it's just that little bit of a difference. So if I go to options, obviously it's not there. But if I look at the options that are selected, like I said, if I look at the options that are selected, show OK code field, show dialog, you can see that I need these checked. If I look here, you can see that those options are there. So I can say show OK field, show messages in dialog box, show confirmation dialog. I would just select them all for the heck of it. Click save. All of a sudden you can see things changed. Now all of a sudden you have a shortcut menu here. If I says MMBE in here and I hit enter, it takes me right to that option, okay? So I'm going to exit that again. So this shortcut menu, I'm going to say no. This shortcut menu allows you to type things in and it saves the things that you searched for. Another thing you can do is you can right click on something and you can add it to a favorites list. And when I add it to a favorites list, you hit OK, and up at the top you can see the favorites. So any of them that you go to consistently, you can add them to favorites. If you don't want it in favorites anymore, you can go there and you can say to delete that favorite. Okay? So there's that. Now, let's see. We go and continue our instructions. Okay? I'm going to let you guys follow through on the rest of this on your own, but I wanted to get you started on logging in and actually starting to look at these instructions and pay attention to the screenshots because they help you. Okay? It's not a real long exercise. This is literally just about viewing. There's not very much to actually save or write. As a matter of fact, I don't think this exercise has any numbers or anything that you have to save. So this is, oh yeah, it's right here. So you've got exercises built into it. So here are your questions and answers that you have to have, okay? So as you go through, you'll find gray sections, exercise 2, exercise 1, and so on. So you have to do those, keep track of that in a Word document, and that's the stuff that you're going to submit, okay? That's going to be proof that you actually went through. Again, this is a simplistic view, but it's giving you some hands-on experience with SAP. I didn't do a good job. I didn't explain what SAP is yet. SAP is an ERP system. SAP is a name brand, but it's an ERP system, which is Enterprise Resource Planning System. And what it does is it ties all functional areas of a business together under one umbrella. It improves communication, it improves accuracy, it improves efficiency, it improves productivity. Um, it, it, it does all of this so every department that needs information is sharing one set of data. Um, it altogether just runs an organization. Large organizations like Dow, GM, Ford, all of those companies use SAP. SAP is one of the largest ERP systems in the world. And having the fact that you did some of these exercises and you've seen these screens, adding that to your resume actually is a huge benefit. Okay, so make sure that you keep track of that in your in your resume. Okay, so with all of that said, I'm going to say yes, and I do want to log off. Okay. Afterward, I'm posting the assignment in the weekly folder, and then you will be able to submit the assignment. If you have any questions, my name is David Sanford. I'm the chair of MIS, Cybersecurity, Computer Science, and Cybersecurity Management here at Northwood. I'm more than willing to answer questions. You can email me at sanford.edu, or sanford@northwood.edu, I apologize. And there you go. Hopefully this works out for you and everything's good. Again, let me know if you have any questions.